president of the committee, Henri Malosse, who is with us. He travelled to Kiev last December. President Malosse, who has always felt a special affinity for Central and Eastern Europe.
We have a debate on what our common values, how we could develop cooperation, how we could even see compatibility between the trade agreements with the European Union on one side and with Russia on the other side, to make it compatible, not to make it opposite. Because if we continue to make it opposition, we'll have a big problem and disturbance, pressure, and it will come to nowhere. Because I think the Ukrainian economy is weak in this time, they are in difficulties, so they need probably support the European Union, but they still need the energy coming from Russia and strong links with Russia. So we have to work on that. So this is in brief what I could say.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Now it's open for questions.
Can I start, President? It's just that the elephant in the room, you said a post-Soviet situation. Okay? Vladimir Putin is the elephant in the room, would you not agree? That man is he's nostalgic about the former Soviet Union. He sees it as a terrible loss. He's on record on that. And finally, when you're dealing with the people, like in Russia, okay, who have no history of democracy, we'll take the whole sort of global area, the Soviet Union, former Ukraine. Think of this, I mean, they have, under the Tsars, under the Bolsheviks, they had no democracy, and now we expect them to feel they see Putin, or indeed in Ukraine, they see them as strong people. If Putin, insults the West, they see him as a strong man. So my question: how are you going to bridge that gap? How are you going to engage to fulfill these promises that we're making?
I will tell you one story. When we met a mayor from a municipality last week in Kiev, he was the same who held the European flag. He was telling us that they had a twinning with a Polish city. And in his council he has some persons of a committee of a party of a region from Yanukovych party. We are very reluctant to develop this contact with Poland because the European Union is our enemy and so on. But they decide to come together, they visit the Polish city. When they come back, person of a party region told him, oh, now we change our mind, now we understand that these people were very friendly, were not aggressive at all. They seem to have a quite higher standard of living than ours. I think it's a good idea to get more in contact. So I think by connecting the people, you can change the situation. I don't agree totally with you on your comment on Mr. Putin. I'm not a fan of Mr. Putin, although some people here in this committee thinks that it is stupidity. This is a primitive view. But I think it's much more complex what you describe. I was last year invited by the Russian government to speak with young people in Russia in the Zeliger Forum. It's a gathering of young people. Organized by Mr. Putin party, now by the government. I was speaking in a town, named Alexander Solzhenitsyn. This was organized by the Russian government. So it's not nostalgia of the Soviet Union. I don't think that we can say that Alexander Solzhenitsyn was, whatever you think, he was not a nostalgic of the Soviet Union. He was one of the main persons who make the fall of the Soviet Union himself. So I don't think it's so black and white. And I think that we have to talk with people, including people from Russia. I think that we have common values. You know, I give you one example. You know what is the most famous writer in France among young people? It's Dostoevsky. Yeah. And you know who is the most famous writer for the Russian? It's Victor Hugo. So we have common values. We have how history is common. Of course we have British nation is very proud. They don't want to be told that to say what to extend and French too. So this is the way we are building the European Union. Yeah. But concretely tomorrow we have it, not tomorrow, in the next days you will have a tunnel be reopened, assembly. And you can come and take photos.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you have unique pictures or follow-up material, we have it and the people are here to help you. So, thank you.
Yes, I would like to.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Let's have a look at it.